Welcome to Final Year 5 Homework 22 Walkthrough. Comprehension. The sky is falling. Read each of the questions carefully and answer each of them. Choose the letter that contains the correct answer and place the letters on the space provided before each number. Question 1. According to the passage, which statements about shooting stars are true? The correct answer is option D. All three statements are true. Explanation. The passage explains that meteoroids, which are small pieces of rock or metal, are pulled into the Earth's atmosphere and travel at extremely high speeds. They can reach up to 45 miles per second, which is 160,000 miles per hour. As they fall, they heat up and burn, creating a bright streak of light. This is what we see as a shooting star. So, shooting stars travel at high speeds are actually meteoroids and they burn up as they fall. Question 2. According to the passage, what is the relationship between a meteoroid and a meteorite? The correct answer is option C. A meteorite is a meteoroid that has landed on a planet's surface. Explanation. The passage clearly states that very small asteroids are called meteoroids. When a meteoroid enters the Earth's atmosphere and lands on the ground, it is called a meteorite. So, once it reaches the surface, its name changes from meteoroid to meteorite. Question 3. As used in paragraph 6, which word could be used as a substitute for the word annihilated? The correct answer is option D. Demolished. Explanation. In the passage, the word annihilated is used to describe the complete destruction of cities and buildings if an asteroid were to hit a populated area. The word demolished also means to destroy completely. Therefore, demolished is the most accurate replacement for annihilated in this context. Question 4. According to the author, why would using a nuclear bomb to blow up an asteroid be dangerous? The correct answer is option B. Blowing up the asteroid would break it into many smaller asteroids that could still be harmful to Earth. Explanation. The passage explains that using a nuclear bomb to blow up an asteroid could make the situation worse. Instead of solving the problem, it would create thousands of smaller pieces that are still dangerous and could crash into Earth. That is why this method is considered risky. Question 5. What is the author's main purpose for writing this passage? The correct answer is option A. To share information about asteroids with readers. Explanation. Throughout the passage, the author explains what asteroids, meteoroids, and meteorites are, how they move, what happens when they enter Earth's atmosphere, and how scientists monitor them. The author also includes historical events and possible future scenarios. The main goal is to inform and educate the reader about asteroids. Comprehension. Napoleon, at Lodi. Question 6. Information in the passage suggests that the First Coalition included each of the following members except Corsica. The correct answer is option A. Explanation. The passage says that France had been at war with Britain, Austria, and the Italian states. These countries were members of the First Coalition. However, Corsica is not mentioned as one of them. Instead, Corsica is where Napoleon was born. So Corsica was not part of the First Coalition. Question 7. At the Battle of Lodi, Napoleon held the title of Commander of the Interior. The correct answer is option C. Explanation. According to the passage, after putting down a rebellion in Paris in 1795, Napoleon was named Commander of the Interior. This was before the Battle of Lodi, so it was the title he held at that time. Question 8. According to the passage, each of the following helped Napoleon be a great military leader, except having the backing of the French Republic. The correct answer is option C. Explanation. The passage explains that Napoleon was a strong strategist and could inspire his troops. He came from a similar background to many of the soldiers, which helped him connect with them. But the passage does not say that support from the French Republic was a reason he was a great leader. Question 9. As used in paragraph 5, the word reckless has the nearest opposite in careful. The correct answer is option B. Explanation. Reckless means doing something without thinking about the risks. The opposite of that is being careful, which means thinking before acting and avoiding danger. So the word careful is the closest opposite of reckless. Question 10. Using the information in the passage, we can understand that the main effect of the Battle of Lodi was that it made Napoleon seem more impressive than before. The correct answer is option D. Explanation. The passage says that although the battle did not end the war, it made Napoleon a legend. It inspired his men and made him look braver and stronger than ever. So the biggest result of the battle was how it increased Napoleon's reputation. Question 11. As used in paragraph 6, the word burgeoning most nearly means growing. The correct answer is option C. Explanation. The word burgeoning means something that is increasing or expanding quickly. In the passage, it describes Napoleon's aura, which was becoming stronger after his success at Lodi. So the best word to replace burgeoning is growing. Question 12. The main purpose of this passage is to describe how a battle affected Napoleon. The correct answer is option A. Explanation. The passage tells the story of Napoleon at the Battle of Lodi. It explains what happened, how he inspired his men, and how the battle made him seem like a legend. The main focus is on how the battle changed Napoleon, not on the war itself or other generals. So the best answer is to describe how a battle affected Napoleon. Punctuation. Read each of the sentences carefully. Determine any punctuation mistakes and choose the letter containing the correct mistake, and place those answers in the space provided before each number. Question 13. The correct answer is option A, no mistake. Explanation. The sentence, "With incredible balance, the Olympic ski jumper landed safely onto the snowy slope," is correctly punctuated. There are no missing commas or full stops, and the phrase is clear and grammatically correct. Question 14. The correct answer is option C, rocket's engine. Explanation. The word rockets should be written with an apostrophe to show possession. The engine belongs to the rocket, so it should say rocket's engine. Question 15. The correct answer is option C, reception semicolon D. Explanation. There should be a punctuation mark separating the two clauses. The best choice is a semicolon after the word reception to show that the second part of the sentence is closely related to the first, but still a separate thought. Question 16. The correct answer is option B, Niagara. Explanation. The word Niagara is a proper noun, so it should be capitalized. It should be written as capital N-I-A-G-A-R-A. Question 17. The correct answer is option D, smelly, old. Explanation. There should be a comma between the two adjectives smelly and old because they are coordinate adjectives that both describe the slippers. Question 18. The correct answer is option B, haven't. Explanation. Haven't is a contraction and needs an apostrophe between the N and the T. It should be spelled H-A-V-E-N apostrophe T. Question 19. The correct answer is option B, candles question mark. Explanation. The question, "Where are the candles?" needs a question mark at the end before the phrase, "asked Mum." So it should be, "candles question mark, asked Mum." Question 20. The correct answer is option D, "oh no!" exclamation mark. Explanation. "Oh no!" should end with an exclamation mark to reflect the strong emotion being expressed by the scientist. It should be written as capital O, H, space, capital N, O, exclamation mark. Question 21. The correct answer is option C, couldn't. Explanation. The word couldn't is missing an apostrophe. The correct contraction is couldn't, with an apostrophe between the N and the T. Question 22. The correct answer is option B, cousins without apostrophe. Explanation. In this sentence, cousins is simply a plural noun. It does not need an apostrophe because it is not showing possession. So it should just be spelled C-O-U-S-I-N-S. Question 23. The correct answer is option B, me question mark. Explanation. In the sentence, "Can anyone hear me?" there should be a question mark after me to show that it is a question being asked. Question 24. The correct answer is option C, fortitude, grit, and competence. Explanation. When listing 3 or more items, commas should separate them. So the sentence should say fortitude, grit, and determination. Question 25. The correct answer is option A, no mistake. Explanation. The sentence is punctuated correctly. The plane was scheduled to land in Paris but had now been diverted to Lyon. Does not require any additional punctuation changes. Spelling practice. Determine any spelling errors in the sentences below. Pick the letter with the right answer and place them on the space provided before each number. Question 26. A racing yacht has a light and streamlined design to help it move quickly. The correct answer is option D, yacht. Wrong word, yacht. Explanation. The word yacht is spelled incorrectly. The correct spelling is yacht, spelled Y-A-C-H-T. Question 27. Customs officers found a stash of illegal cargo hidden in the boat's hold. The correct answer is Option A. Illegal. Wrong word. Illegal. Explanation. Illegal is missing an L. The correct spelling is illegal with double L. Question 28. Please, could you tell me how I can possess the magic dragon's pearl? The correct answer is option D. No mistake. Wrong word. None. Explanation. All the words in this sentence are spelled correctly. There is no spelling error here. Question 29. The group of tourists were astounded at the incredible height of the skyscraper. The correct answer is option B. Height. Wrong word. Height. Explanation. Height is a common misspelling. The correct order is H-E-I-G-H-T, height. Question 30. Hurry up. You only have 1 minute to get to the school bus stop on time. The correct answer is option C, minute. Wrong word, minute. Explanation. The word minute is incorrect. The correct spelling is minute, spelled M-I-N-U-T-E. Question 31. At the end of the play, the audience gave the cast a standing ovation. The correct answer is option B, audience. Wrong word, audience. Explanation. Audience is missing the letter D. The correct spelling is audience. Question 32. Picnics are not allowed in this field. Follow the rules and use the permitted areas. The correct answer is option B, allowed. Wrong word, allowed. Explanation. Allowed means to speak out loud. The sentence needs allowed, meaning permitted. Question 33. The track looked quicker, but it was probably safer to stick to the main path. The correct answer is option A, probably. Wrong word, probably. Explanation. Probably is a misspelling. The correct word is probably, spelled P-R-O-B-A-B-L-Y. Question 34. Gina was unsure whether the ferry could accommodate all of the passengers. The correct answer is option A, accommodate. Wrong word, accommodate. Explanation. Accommodate is missing one letter M. The correct spelling is accommodate with double C and double M. Question 35. The shop manager had reduced all the prices to the delight of bargain hunters. The correct answer is option C, bargain. Wrong word, bargain. Explanation. Bargain is incorrect. The correct spelling is bargain, spelled B-A-R-G-A-I-N. Question 36. Ben and Lisa frequently visited the museum to explore the exhibitions and installations. The correct answer is option D, no mistake. Wrong word, none. Explanation. There are no spelling errors in this sentence. All words are spelled correctly. Choose the best word. Choose the letter that corresponds with the best word that fits correctly on each of the incomplete sentences below. Place your answer in the boxes provided before number. Question 37. Oak Class organized their own fundraising event. Correct answer, option C. Explanation. There is the correct possessive word to show that the event belongs to Oak Class. Words like there, or those would not fit grammatically. Question 38. The swimming pool is great, although it's quite small. Correct answer, option A. Explanation. Although is used to show contrast. The sentence is saying the pool is great even though it is small. Question 39. I am freezing. I wish I had worn my woolly gloves. Correct answer, option B. Had worn. Explanation. Had worn is the correct past perfect tense to show regret about not wearing gloves earlier. Question 40. Keisha, who is my cousin, is a fantastic street dancer. Correct answer, option E. Explanation. Who is the correct relative pronoun for referring to a person, in this case, Keisha. Question 41. The heaviest land animal in the world is the African bush elephant. Correct answer, option D. Heaviest. Explanation. Heaviest is the correct superlative form to compare one animal with all others. Question 42. I advise you not to stray too far from the camp. Correct answer, option A. Advise. Explanation. Advise is the verb form that means to give a warning or suggestion. The noun form advice would not make sense here. Question 43. Deep under the ground lurked a gigantic worm. Correct answer, option A. Explanation. Under is the correct preposition to describe something below the surface of the ground. Question 44. Leanne, my friend, whose advice I value, told me. Correct answer, option B. Explanation. Whose shows possession and correctly links the advice to Leanne. Question 45. I should have mentioned my problem sooner. She reminded me. Correct answer, option C. Explanation. I should have is the correct verb phrase. Should have is incorrect and informal. Question 46. Me that she had been at home until. Correct answer, option A. Had been. Explanation. Had been is the correct past perfect tense used to describe an action completed in the past before another past action. Question 47. 11 o'clock that morning. I ought to have called. Correct answer, option B. Ought. Explanation. Ought to have expresses a missed obligation in the past. It fits best with the time mentioned. Find the two synonyms. Question 48. Find the two synonyms among undone, unkind, uncertain, and indeed, inhabit, unfinished. The correct answer is option C. Undone and unfinished. Explanation. Undone means not completed. Unfinished also means not completed. These two words share the same meaning, so they are synonyms. The other choices do not match in meaning. Question 49. Find the two synonyms among plant, occupy, tempt, and job, journey, inhabit. The correct answer is option D. Occupy and inhabit. Explanation. Occupy means to live in or take up space. Inhabit also means to live in. They have similar meanings, so they are synonyms. The other word pairs do not share similar meanings. Question 50. Find the two synonyms among simple, left, wrong, and right, false, right. The correct answer is option B, wrong and false. Explanation. Wrong means incorrect. False also means not true or incorrect. Because they both mean the same thing, they are synonyms. The other word pairs are not close in meaning. Problem solving. Venn diagrams and bearings. Question 51. George said that 34 children take part in an after-school club. The Venn diagram shows how many children belong to the art group and the computer group. The question asks, how many children do not belong to the computer group? Correct answer, option D. 17. Explanation. From the diagram, the art-only section has 12 children, and there are 5 children who belong to neither group, making a total of 17 who are not in the computer group. 12 plus 5 equals 17. Question 52. In another Venn diagram, children's preferences for hockey, football, and basketball are shown. The question is, how many children like both hockey and basketball, but not football? Correct answer, option A, 5. Explanation. We need the part of the diagram where only hockey and basketball overlap, excluding football. That region shows 5 children. So 5 is the number of children who like hockey and basketball but do not like football. Question 53. If you are facing southeast and you turn 135 degrees anti-clockwise, in which direction do you end up facing? Correct answer, option C, north. Explanation. Facing southeast is at 135 degrees if we measure from north clockwise. Turning 135 degrees anti-clockwise from there brings you all the way back to 0 degrees, which is north. Short maths. Question 54. How many lines of symmetry does the star have? The correct answer is option C, 5. Explanation. A regular 5-pointed star has 5 lines of symmetry. Each line goes through one point and the opposite inner angle. Question 55. How many lines of symmetry does the prohibition sign have? The correct answer is option B, 2. Explanation. There are 2 lines of symmetry in this shape, one vertical and one diagonal through the circle and slash. Question 56. If you were to write the number 73,046, what would it look like? The correct answer is option A, 73,046. Explanation. 70,000 plus 3,000 plus 46 gives 73,046. Question 57. What is 206 plus 2,320? The correct answer is option C, 2,526. Explanation. 206 plus 2,320 equals 2,526. Question 58. If 9y minus 7 equals 29 minus 3y, what is the value of y? The correct answer is option B, 3. Explanation. Move the y terms together. 9y plus 3y equals 12y. 29 plus 7 equals 36. So 12y equals 36. Divide by 12 and y equals 3. Question 59. Sean scored 27 out of 45 in a test. What percentage is that? The correct answer is option A, 60%. Explanation. 27 divided by 45 equals 0.6. 0.6 times 100 equals 60%. Question 60. What is the probability that the arrow lands on a section with a word made of more than 4 letters? The correct answer is option A, 5/8. Explanation. There are 8 total sections. 5 of the words have more than 4 letters. So the probability is 5 out of 8. Question 61. Write 0.8 as a fraction in simplest form. The correct answer is option A, 4/5. Explanation. 0.8 is 8/10. Simplify that to 4/5. Question 62. Write 85% as a fraction in its lowest terms. The correct answer is option D, 17/20. Explanation. 85% is 85/100. Simplify that to 17/20. Question 63. What are the next 2 terms in this sequence? 5, 11, 17, 23. The correct answer is option B, 29, 35. Explanation. Each number increases by 6. 23 plus 6 is 29. 29 plus 6 is 35. Question 64. If each side of a small square is 1 centimeter, what is the total surface area of the box? The correct answer is option C, 40. Explanation. Count each face of the net. Add their areas together. The total surface area is 40 square centimeters. Question 65. What is the value of 2 cubed? The correct answer is option B, 8. Explanation. 2 times 2 times 2 equals 8. Question 66. There are 16 sausages in a pack. How many packs can you make from 192 sausages? The correct answer is option A, 12. Explanation. 192 divided by 16 equals 12. Question 67. What is 25 divided by 1,000? The correct answer is option B, 0.025. Explanation. Move the decimal point 3 places to the left. 25 divided by 1,000 equals 0.025. Question 68. The perimeter of a rectangle is 22 centimeters. One of the sides has a length of 8 centimeters. What is the length of the short side? The correct answer is option B, 3. Explanation. The formula for the perimeter of a rectangle is 2 times the sum of the length and the width. We are told that the perimeter is 22 centimeters and one of the sides is 8 centimeters. Let the unknown side be called x. We now write the equation. 2 times open bracket 8 plus x close bracket equals 22. Divide both sides by 2. 8 plus x equals 11. Now subtract 8 from both sides. X equals 3. So the length of the short side is 3 centimeters. The answer is option B, 3. Question 69. 360 children in school voted for which child they wanted to be their representative on the council. How many votes did Harriet receive? Harriet receives 150 votes. Explanation. We have 360 total votes, represented by 360 degrees in a pie chart. Roger has 30 degrees, Tom has 90 degrees, and Yvonne has 90 degrees, which add up to 210 degrees. 360 minus 210 leaves 150 degrees for Harriet. Since each degree corresponds to 1 vote, Harriet gets 150 votes. Question 70. Laura books a hiking trip that costs $480. She pays $20 weekly towards the cost of the trip. So far, she has paid $60. How many more weeks will it take her to pay the full cost? Answer B, 21. Explanation. She still owes $480 minus 60 equals $420. At $20 per week, that is 420 divided by 20, which equals 21 more weeks. Question 71. Harry is now half of his sister's age. In 3 years' time, Harry will be 10. How old will his sister be then? Answer A, 17. Explanation. Since Harry will be 10 in 3 years, he is currently 7. If he is now half his sister's age, she is 14 now. In 3 years, she will be 17. Question 72. A toy train travels 6 meters in 2 seconds. How far will it travel in 1 minute? Answer B. 180 meters. Explanation. The speed is 6 meters per 2 seconds, or 3 meters per second. In 60 seconds, 3 meters times 60 equals 180 meters. Question 73. Mrs. Jones is 24 years older than her daughter. The sum of their ages is 70 years. How old is Mrs. Jones? Answer A. 47. Explanation. Let the daughter's age be X. Then Mrs. Jones is X plus 24. Their ages add up to 70. X plus 24 equals 70. Solve for X, which is 23. Then Mrs. Jones is 23 plus 24, which is 47.
So now I'm going to be going through the answers to the MBR section of this homework. So for this first question, as you can see, this line rotates 45 degrees anti-clockwise and straightens up. So this arrow will also do the same and be pointing this way. So the answer's got to be C, as it's the only one with the arrow pointing that way. So we can move on to the next question. So here in this one, each row and column has 3 types of triangles. A triangle like this, a triangle like that, and a triangle like that. So in the one with the missing square, we've got this one, we've got that one, so we just need this one. So it's going to be coming down from the top like that. So the answer has got to be A. We've got the triangle coming down from the top of the square. So we can move on to the next question. So in this question, this shape has rotated 90 degrees clockwise. So will this shape. So it'll be pointing down like that. So the answer has got to be B, as that is what it looks like, 90 degrees clockwise. Next question. So let's look at this vertically. So these two squares here. So here we had a square on the inside and that became the outside shape. So here we have a triangle on the inside. That's going to become the outside shape. We had a circle on the outside. That becomes the inside shape. Here we have a square on the outside. That's going to become the inside shape. So we can rule out C and E because they've got triangles on the inside, which is just wrong. Now we've got to look at the colours, the black and grey. So we can also rule out B here because it's got black and white. And we can rule out A because they've both got black and white as the outer shading. Whereas, as you can see, it's only got black and grey as the outer shading bit of the shapes. Black and grey, not black and white. So the answer's got to be D. Next question. So these are now odd one out questions. So here the odd one out is C because the black part of the circle is always facing an edge of the square, whereas here the white section is facing an edge. So C is the odd one out. In this next question, the odd one out here is A because all of these have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, whereas A has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So A is the odd one out. Next question. Here, the house pentagon shape is always pointing outwards, away from the oval. Whereas in D, it's pointing towards the oval, so D is the odd one out. Next question. The arrow always goes right through the middle of the shape, so it goes through these two sides, goes through these two sides through the middle, goes through these two sides through the middle, these two sides so through the middle. Whereas in C, it doesn't go through these two opposite sides, it just goes through here, so it's not going directly through the middle, so C is the odd one out. Next question, so these are similarities. So here we've got two of the same shape and they're both the same size shape as well. So we can rule out C because these are not two of the same size shape. And we can rule out E because it's not two of the same shape. This shape is different to this one. So we're left with A, B and D. So here the answer is B because the shapes are in this sort of diagonal way, same as B. Whereas in A, the way they're overlapped is not in a diagonal line, and same with D, so the answer is B. Next question. Here, the open bit of these curves is always facing the circle, or always facing a circle, as you can see. So, the answer to this one is C, because it's the only one with the curves facing the circles. In all the rest, they're facing away, or like in B, there is no full circles. Next question. Here, the triangle intersects the circle through so the outside circle and the inside circle will be the same color. So here the inside circle was striped and the outside circle was also striped, and that's where the triangle intersects. So here it was dotted and the outside bit was dotted as well, and that's where the triangle intersects. So the answer to this one is A, because the inside circle was striped and the outside circle was striped, and that is where the triangle intersected. It's not B because the inside circle was white and then the outside circle was striped, so there's a difference. And then same with the rest, there's a difference in the inside circle and outside circle at the point where the triangle intersects the shape. Next question here. So there's always two different shapes and types of shapes, and then three of the same type of shapes are always in a line. So here we've got the circles, the triangles, and the rhombuses. So we can rule out A because there's no line of three of the shapes. We can rule out B because there's three different types of shapes when there should only be two different types. You've got a triangle, a circle, and a rhombus. And so the answer is C because we've got the line and we've got two different types. These two different types of rhombuses. We can rule out D because they're all rhombuses, and we can rule out E because we've got this square rhombus thing, this rhombus, this circle, and this triangle. So that's four different types of shapes. Now onto the series questions. So here we've got triangles, so that's 3-sided, pentagons 5-sided, hexagons 6-sided, and then a heptagon 7-sided. So the missing shape will be a 4-sided shape. So the answer is C, got 4-sided shape there. Next question here. So here the two lines and the one line switch position each time. So the two lines are here, and then they're here, and then they're here. So they're going to be here, and then the one line will be here. So we can rule out B and D. And then I'll just rub everything out. And then with the circle, so the number of lines in the circle increases. So here we have 1, then 2, then 1, 2, 3. So we're going to have 4 lines. So we can rule out C because there's only 3. And then the direction of the lines the direction of lines goes round the circle clockwise. So here, and then it goes here, and then here, which is where it is in this circle. It's in this direction. So in the next one, they're going to be here. So the lines are going to be this way. So the answer is E. The lines are this way, not A. That's the same as this one. So wrong. So that one's wrong. And E is the answer. Next question. So here the triangles are close together and far apart, close together. They'll be far apart here, and then they're close together again. So we can rule out B because the vertical triangles are far apart, but the horizontal ones are close together, and we don't have that pattern in the series. And we can rule out E because they're close together. And then let's look at something else. So now let's look at where the white circle will be. So it's here, then it's here, then it's here, and then I'm assuming it's going to be here before it gets to the bottom in this one. So we can rule out D because it's not going to be in the middle. And then now for the black dot. So the black dot is going like this, so top, middle, bottom. And then I'm assuming because it's the top here again, it's going to be in the middle here. So the answer is C, because it's in the middle. In A, it's in the same position as it was in the previous box, and that's not how the pattern works. Next question. So here we go from black circle to white, black. So here it's going to be white and then it's black again. So we can rule out A. Then let's look at where the circle will be. So it goes from here and then it's here, so that's there. And then here, which is there. And then it's back to where it was in the first box. So that means in the missing box in the series, it's going to be in this circle here. So it's going to be here, the circle. So we can rule out C and we can rule out E. And now we've just got to decide how the line and the triangle meet. So here, the line is flat with the triangle. Then the line touches the middle of the triangle and it's flat. So here, the line is going to meet in the middle of the triangle. So B. The line is meeting at the middle of the triangle, not D where it's flat with the triangle. Now onto these spatial reasoning questions. So we've got to make up this shape using the test shape and one of the other options. So this is the shape we're making up here, and then we've got the test shapes on the left. So we've got these 4 cubes, so that's going to be the bottom bit, and then that one there. So we're just going to need two blocks to make up the top bit, which is this bit. So the answer is B. We've got the 2 blocks. So just put that out. Next one, we've got 3 blocks on top of each other. So that's going to be these 2 and then one going down at the bottom. So we're just going to need this front bit that looks like a T. So the answer to this one is C. We've got the front bit that looks like a T shape. And then next one, we've got 2 blocks in front of each other. So that's going to be these 2. So we're going to need 2 at the side and then 2 at the top here like that. So that's going to be B. We've got the 2 at the side, 2 at the side, and then the 2 at the top, and then this one at the bottom, and the one that we can't see, but it's still there. So B is the answer. And then next question. Here we've got 2 diagonal squares. So that's going to be this one and this one. So we're going to need these 2 next to each other and then 2 on top. So the answer is A. We've got 2 next to each other and then 2 on top. And then here we've got these 4 that make up the base. So then we're just going to need 3 going upwards. So we're going to need this. I'll just rub this out. We're going to need this block here and then these 2 on top. So the answer to this one is C, because these 2 need to be directly on top of each other. So the answer is C, and that's the end.
Question 95. The sequence is 3, 9, 4, 16, 5, 25, 6. What comes next? We can see that every other number is being squared. 3 squared is 9. 4 squared is 16. 5 squared is 25. So 6 squared is 36. The answer to question 95 is option A, 36. Question 96. The series is 1, 2, 4, 7, 11, blank. The possible answers are A, 14, B, 16, C, 15, D, 17. Answer is 16. Explanation. The sequence increases by consecutive integers. The increment from 1 to 2 is plus 1. The increment from 2 to 4 is plus 2. The increment from 4 to 7 is plus 3. The increment from 7 to 11 is plus 4. The next increment is plus 5, so 11 plus 5 is 16. Therefore, the correct answer is 16. Question 97. The series is 7, 5, 6, 4, 5, 3, blank. The possible answers are the 3, B5, C2, D4. Answer is 4. Explanation. The sequence follows an alternating pattern. Subtract 2, then add 1, then subtract 2, then add 1, and so on. Specifically, 7 to 5 is minus 2, 5 to 6 is plus 1, 6 to 4 is minus 2, 4 to 5 is plus 1, 5 to 3 is minus 2. Following this pattern, we now add 1 to 3, giving 4. Therefore, the correct answer is 4. Question 98. A equals 20, B equals 10, C equals 4, D equals 5, E equals 2. The question is, B times E divided by C. 10 times 2 is 20. 20 divided by 4 is 5. 5 matches letter D. The answer to question 98 is option D. Question 99. A equals 3, B equals 6, C equals 7, D equals 9, E equals 11. The question is, A times B minus E. 3 times 6 is 18. 18 minus 11 is 7. 7 matches letter C. The answer to question 99 is option C. Question 100. A equals 0, B equals 9, C equals 8, D equals 2, E equals 1. The question is, B times A plus C plus E. 9 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 8 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 matches letter B. The answer to question 100 is option B. Extra work. Question 101. The map shows the position of 2 towns, Antrim and Ballyclare. We are asked to find the bearing of Ballyclare from Antrim. Looking at the map, Ballyclare is located to the southeast of Antrim. Therefore, the direction from Antrim to Ballyclare is northwest. The answer to question 101 is northwest. Question 102. The pictogram below shows the number of cakes ordered at a bakery over 5 days. What is the mean number of cakes ordered per day? Answer is 15. Explanation. First, Monday shows 2 full circles. Each full circle represents 12 cakes, so 2 full circles equals 2 times 12, which is 24 cakes. Second, Tuesday shows 1 full circle plus half a circle. That is 12 plus 6, which is 18 cakes. Third, Wednesday shows one full circle. That is 1 times 12, which is 12 cakes. Fourth, Thursday shows 3/4 of a circle. That is 3/4 times 12, which is 9 cakes. Fifth, Friday shows one full circle. That is 1 times 12, which is 12 cakes. Now, add the cakes for all 5 days. 24 plus 18 plus 12 plus 9 plus 12 equals 75. Finally, to find the mean, divide 75 by 5, which equals 15. Question 103. Which number of stars is the mode in the distribution shown on the pie chart? Answer: 3 stars. Explanation: in a dataset, the mode is the value that appears most frequently. Since the pie chart shows that the 3 stars category occupies the largest slice, this category appears more often than any of the others. Consequently, 3 stars is the mode. Question 104. There are 30 pupils in total. 21 of them are girls. To find the percentage of boys, subtract 21 from 30. That gives 9 boys. Now divide 9 by 30 and multiply by 100. 9 divided by 30 is 0.3. 0.3 times 100 is 30. The answer to question 104 is 30%. Question 105. We are given 5 different options. 30% of 120 is 36. Half of 80 is 40. 0.2 of 250 is 50. 52 is just 52. 3/5 of 90 is 54. The greatest value is 54. The answer to question 105 is 3/5 of 90. Question 106. The sequence is 10, 7, 4, 1. What comes next? Each number goes down by 3. 1 minus 3 is -2. -2 minus 3 is -5. The next two terms are -2 and -5. The answer to question 106 is -2 and -5. Question 107. The sequence is 2, 8, 32, 128. Each number is multiplied by 4. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 times 4 is 32. 32 times 4 is 128. 128 times 4 is 512. 512 times 4 is 2048. The answer to question 107 is 512 and 2048. Problem-solving maths. Question 108. Calculate the angles marked x and y in the diagram. To find the value of angle x, we look at the straight line. We know that angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. We subtract 133 degrees from 180 degrees. That gives us 47 degrees. So angle x is equal to 47 degrees. Next, we need to calculate angle y. We know that the angles inside a quadrilateral always add up to 360 degrees. We already have 3 angles. Angle x is 47 degrees. One angle is 100 degrees. And the third angle is a right angle, which is 90 degrees. We add these together. 47 plus 100 plus 90 equals 237 degrees. Now subtract that from 360 degrees. 360 minus 237 equals 123 degrees. So angle y is equal to 123 degrees. Final answer, x equals 47 degrees. Y equals 123 degrees. Question 109. What was the largest number of cyclists to pass in 1 minute? Answer is 6. Explanation. Looking at the bar chart, the highest column corresponds to 6 cyclists passing in that particular minute. Question 110. What minute recorded the most frequent number of cyclists to pass? Answer is first. Explanation. Since the largest count of cyclists, 6, occurred in the first minute observed, minute 1 recorded the most frequent number of cyclists. Question 111. For how many minutes in total was Sarah recording cyclists? Answer is 5. Explanation. Sarah recorded cyclists from minute 1 through minute 5, which is a total of 5 minutes. Question 112. Solve the equation. 3x equals 36. Answer is 12. Explanation. Divide both sides by 3 to get x equals 36, divided by 3, which is 12. Question 113. Solve the equation. C plus 7 equals -15. Answer is -22. Explanation. Subtract 7 from both sides. That gives C equals negative 15 minus 7, which is negative 22. Question 114. Solve the equation. 4p minus 2 equals 14. Answer is 4. Explanation. Add 2 to both sides to get 4p equals 16. Then divide by 4, so p equals 4. Question 115. A metal rod is 10 4/5 meters long. How many short rods, 3/10 of a meter long, can be cut from the longer rod? Answer is 36. Explanation. Convert 10 4/5 meters into a decimal, which is 10.8 meters. Each short rod is 0.3 meters. Dividing 10.8 by 0.3 equals 36. So 36 short rods can be cut. Question 116. Two different clocks show the time, 3 o'clock. The first gains 5 minutes per hour and the second gains 20 minutes per hour. How long will it be in hours before both clocks look as though they show the same time? Answer is 48 hours. Explanation. Clock A gains 5 minutes per hour. Clock B gains 20 minutes per hour. The difference in their displayed times increases by 15 minutes each hour. For two analog clocks, they will look the same when this difference reaches 12 hours, which is 720 minutes. 720 divided by 15 is 48 hours. Question 117. An egg box holds 6 eggs. How many boxes are needed for 100 eggs? Answer is 17. Explanation. Each box holds 6 eggs. Dividing 100 by 6 gives 16 remainder 4. So, a total of 17 boxes are needed to hold all 100 eggs. Question 118. An alloy contains iron and tungsten in the ratio 5 parts to 1 part. If the mass of the alloy is 72 kilograms, how much iron and tungsten does it contain? Answer is 60 kilograms of iron and 12 kilograms of tungsten. Explanation. The total ratio parts are 5 plus 1, which is 6. Each ratio part is 72 divided by 6, which is 12 kilograms. Iron is 5 times 12, or 60 kilograms. Tungsten is 1 times 12, or 12 kilograms. Question 119. What is the total perimeter of the floor shown in the diagram? Answer is 34. Explanation. By summing all the labeled outer edges, including the stepped lengths, and the vertical and horizontal segments, the total perimeter is 34 meters. Question 120. The contents of part of a wardrobe are shown in the pie chart. Shoes equals 63%. Boots equals 9%. Hats equals 18%. Gloves equals 10%. We want the fraction, in simplest form, of footwear that are boots. According to the chart, the footwear portion is the 63% that represents shoes. Boots make up 9% of the entire wardrobe. Compare boots, 9%, to shoes, 63%. That is 9 over 63. 9 over 63 simplifies to 1 over 7. Therefore, the fraction of footwear that are boots is 1/7. Question 121. A recipe uses 2 cups of butter, 3 cups of flour, 1/5 of a cup of sultanas, and 1/2 of a cup of almonds. What is the total weight of the measured ingredients? Answer is 995 grams. Explanation. Using the table of weights per cup. Butter, 2 cups times 225 grams equals 450 grams. Flour, 3 cups times 150 grams equals 450 grams. Sultanas, 1/5 of a cup times 200 grams equals 40 grams. Almonds, 1/2 of a cup times 110 grams equals 55 grams. Adding them together, 450 plus 450 plus 40 plus 55 equals 995 grams. Verbal reasoning. Insert the same letter in both gaps. Question 122. The correct letter is D. First pair. HEL becomes HELD, which makes the word held. ROVE becomes DROVE, which makes the word drove. Both words are correct. Second pair. CLA becomes CLAD, which makes the word clad. The Timmel. READ becomes DREAD, which makes the word dread. Again, both are real English words. That is why the answer to question 122 is the letter D. Question 123. The correct letter is S. First pair. PLAN becomes PLANS, which makes the word plans. ICK becomes SICK, which makes the word sick. Both words are correct. Second pair. SEA becomes SEAS, which makes the word seize. HOOK becomes SHOOK, which makes the word shook. Again, both are valid words. That is why the answer to question 123 is the letter S. Question 124. The correct letter is L. First pair. SAI becomes SAIL, which makes the word sail. IVE becomes LIVE, which makes the word live. Both are proper words. Second pair. SEA becomes SEAL, which makes the word seal. ASER becomes LASER, which makes the word laser. Again, both are real English words. That is why the answer to question 124 is the letter L. Question 125. The words are locate, look, find, discover, lost. The two odd words are look and lost. Here is why. The words locate, find, and discover all mean to successfully search for or uncover something. The word look means simply to direct your eyes at something without necessarily finding it. The word lost means the opposite of finding something. So look and lost do not fit with the others. That is why the answer to question 125 is look and lost. Question 126. The words are jolly, angry, annoyed, happy, cheerful. The two odd words are angry and annoyed. Here is why. The words jolly, happy, and cheerful are all positive emotions. The words angry and annoyed are both negative emotions. So angry and annoyed do not match the happy mood of the other words. That is why the answer to question 126 is angry and annoyed. Question 127. The words are smart, clever, stupid, understand, intelligent. The two odd words are stupid and understand. Here is why. The words smart, clever, and intelligent all describe someone who is very clever or has a high level of intelligence. The word stupid is the opposite of intelligent. The word understand is a verb, not an adjective like the others. So stupid and understand do not belong in the group. That is why the answer to question 127 is stupid and understand. Find the four-hidden word. Question 128. The sentence is, the children were arranged in 4 classes. The hidden word is rear. Here's how we find it. Look at the end of the word where, which gives us the letters R and E. Then look at the beginning of the word arranged, which gives us the letters A and R. Put them together, R-E-A-R, to make the word rear. That is why the answer to question 128 is rear. Question 129. The sentence is, grandfather fed the tame puffin every day. The hidden word is fine. Here's how we find it. Look at the end of the word puffin, which gives us the letters F, I, and N. Then take the first letter of the word every, which is E. Put them together, F-I-N-E, to make the word fine. That is why the answer to question 129 is fine. Question 130. The sentence is, the fire alarm rang very loudly. The hidden word is real. Here's how we find it. Take the last 2 letters of the word fire, which are R and E. Then take the first 2 letters of the word alarm, which are A and L. Put them together, R-E-A-L, to make the word real. That is why the answer to question 130 is real. Word pairs. Copy the first 2 pair of words. Question 131. The first pair is slime and limes. The second pair is stop and tops. The third pair is stone and blank. We can see that each second word is an anagram of the first word. Slime becomes limes. Stop becomes tops. So we need an anagram of stone. The correct anagram is tones. That is why the answer to question 131 is tones. Question 132. The first pair is trams and smart. The second pair is bats and stab. The third pair is stop and blank. In each case, the second word is the reverse of the first word. Trams become smart. Bats become stab. So the reverse of stop is pots. That is why the answer to question 132 is pots. Question 133. The first pair is arrest and star. The second pair is ankle and lean. The third pair is state and blank. In each case, the second word is made using some of the letters from the first word. Star is made using letters from arrest. Lean is made using letters from ankle. From the word state, we can make the word test. That is why the answer to question 133 is test. Create a new word. Question 134. The first group of words is chest, cheer, and great. The second group of words is sport, blank, and known. We are looking for a word that fits in the blank so that the relationship between the three words in the second group matches the relationship in the first group. Let us look at the first group. From the word chest, we take the first, second, and third letters. That gives us C, H, and E. From the word great, we take the third and second letters. That gives us E and R. Putting them together gives us the word cheer. Now let us apply the same rule to the second group. From the word sport, we take the first, second, and third letters. That gives us S, P, and O. From the word known, we take the third and second letters. That gives us O and N. Putting them together gives us the word spoon. The answer to question 134 is spoon. Question 135. The first group of words is least, trail, and tired. The second group of words is nears, blank, and birch. We need to find the missing word. Let us look at the first group. From the word tired, we take the first letter, the third letter, and the second letter. That gives us T, R, and I. From the word least, we take the third letter and the first letter. That gives us A and L. Putting them together in this order gives us the word trail. Now let us do the same for the second group. From the word birch, we take the first letter, the third letter, and the second letter. That gives us B, R, and I. From the word nears, we take the third letter and the first letter. That gives us A and N. Putting them together in the same order gives us the word brain. The answer to question 135 is brain. Question 136. The first group of words is stain, slave, and lever. The second group of words is chill, blank, and lambs. Let us look at the first group. From the word stain, we take the first letter and the third letter. That gives us S and A. From the word lever, we take the first letter, the third letter, and the fourth letter. That gives us L, V, and E. Putting them together in this order gives us the word slave. Now let us do the same for the second group. From the word chill, we take the first letter and the third letter. That gives us C and I. From the word lambs, we take the first letter, the third letter, and the fourth letter. That gives us L, M, and B. Putting them together in the same order gives us the word climb. The answer to question 136 is climb. Question 137. We have the words B-L-A-M-E and T-A-L-E. We must remove exactly one letter from B-L-A-M-E so that the remaining letters form a valid word, and then insert the removed letter into T-A-L-E to make a new valid word. Step 1. Removing the letter B from B-L-A-M-E leaves L-A-M-E, which is the valid word lame. Step 2. Insert the letter B into the word T-A-L-E. Placing B after the letter A gives us T-A-B-L-E, which spells table. Therefore, the two new words are lame and table. Question 138. We have the words F-A-I-R-Y and E-A-R-N. We must remove exactly one letter from F-A-I-R-Y so that the remaining letters form a valid word, and then insert the removed letter into E-A-R-N to make a new valid word. Step 1. Removing the letter Y from F-A-I-R-Y leaves F-A-I-R, which is the valid word fair. Step 2. Insert the letter Y into the word E-A-R-N. Placing Y at the beginning gives us Y-E-A-R-N, which spells yearn. Therefore, the two new words are fair and yearn. Question 139. We have the words L-E-A-S-T and V-E-N-T. We must remove exactly one letter from L-E-A-S-T so that the remaining letters form a valid word, and then insert the removed letter into V-E-N-T to make a new valid word. Step 1. Removing the letter E from L-E-A-S-T leaves L-A-S-T, which is the valid word last. Step 2. Insert the letter E into the word V-E-N-T. Placing E at the beginning gives us E-V-E-N-T, which spells event. Therefore, the two new words are last and event. Fill in the three-letter missing word to make a new word. Question 140. The sentence is, the chickens roamed around the FYARD. We need to fill in a three-letter missing word so that when placed into FYARD, it forms a new valid word. Step 1. The missing three-letter word is ARM. Step 2. Insert ARM after the letter F, producing FARMYARD, which is spelled farmyard. Thus, the sentence becomes, the chickens roamed around the farmyard. Question 141. The sentence is, a school is a place of LNING. We need to fill in a three-letter missing word so that when placed into LNING, it forms a new valid word. Step 1. The missing three-letter word is EAR. Step 2. Insert EAR after the letter L, producing LEARNING, which is spelled learning. Thus, the sentence becomes, a school is a place of learning. Question 142. The sentence is, the food was SPED by too much salt. We need to fill in a three-letter missing word so that when placed into SPED, it forms a new valid word. Step 1. The missing three-letter word is OIL. Step 2. Insert OIL after the letters SP, producing SPOILED, which is spelled spoiled. Thus, the sentence becomes, the food was spoiled by too much salt. Question 143. The sentence is, smoke poured from the top of the VOLO. We need to fill in a three-letter missing word so that when placed into VOLO, it forms a new valid word. Step 1. The missing three-letter word is CAN. Step 2. Insert CAN after VOL, producing VOLCANO, which is spelled volcano. Thus, the sentence becomes, smoke poured from the top of the volcano.